Hello, magical souls. It's Marie here, and I almost forgot to do this live stream today. Happy Sunday. It was one of those days where you just kind of forget what day of the week it is and what time it is. So before it gets too late, it's kind of late here in the UK, I thought I would just pull a little card and share one of my favorite sayings, actually. And it just happened to come up in this card, and it's kind of that idea of being in the world but not of it. And this card says learning how to be human. So the message that I guess I will share with you right now is a reminder to you receiving these words, because many of you who tune into my messages and live streams and posts and all the other things I share, you are not how to say this you are so much more than the human form. You're so much more, as most of you know, but some of you still question it. So sometimes when we go through life, we can feel very attached to the world, and we can feel very almost as if some of the world's energies pull us back in, pull us back down. So I want to remind you really in this moment, and I've been feeling some of this today. I've been kind of getting over not feeling so well in the physical form, but there is a lot of heavy frequency on the planet. And so when you're sensitive and your heart centered and you're just in tune more than the average person, because obviously if you're listening to this message, you are more conscious than many. So when you tune into the heavy frequencies of the world, you can really feel these. And sometimes if you're not careful, maybe careful is not the right word, if you're not maybe conscious, if you're not conscious of your thoughts, your energy, your focus, and if you're also not conscious of the fact that the world has a lot of heavy frequencies, with a lot of density on this planet, it's easy to kind of be pulled down by it. And then sometimes we feel that it's our own lives or it's our own personal situation, but actually sometimes we forget that it's the world. The world has a kind of heavy frequency, and especially now as we're moving through this massive period of transition, change, transformation. So this is a reminder that you are in the world but not of it. And you may have probably heard me already speak about starseeds. You might have read my book, you might have tuned into some of my other messages, you may be watching this now, watching the replay, you may be tuning into this message some time from now. But most likely, if you are, these words don't reach your ears for nothing. So know that, and remind yourself that you are in the world but not necessarily of it. And most of us are starseeds, old souls, whatever you want to call it. And all it means is that we've had other incarnations, we have a lot of experience from other solar systems, other planets, other lifetimes, other timelines, all sorts of things. So at the same time, even though we are the most magical, powerful beings, we are also here on the earth plane. So it means we're kind of learning how to be human, as the card says. So allow yourself to have the very human emotions and feel your way through right now and going forward, whatever you need to feel. So just to share the way I kind of approach it myself is I really do feel, and I've said this before, that I've got like one foot in the human, in the kind of the real world, so to speak, the kind of the reality, the stuff that's unfolding. I've got one foot very firmly planted on the earth plane. I'm here, I'm definitely connected to this life and to this experience, but there's also another foot in maybe in another realm, in another timeline, in another frequency, in another arena of possibility. So we get to hold both. So the way I kind of feel, and you may feel this as well, is that we are here to raise our vibration, raise our frequency, work on our own energy, continue to grow, continue to develop, but also have the human moments as well. And it's absolutely fine to have both. And actually, it's probably the best way to experience both, because that's why we're here and that's why we're in the human form. So just remember how magical and special you are, and remember that you get to tap into a higher vibration. And if you do have some of those heavier feelings, or you feel a bit sort of weighed down by the world, remember to take a step away and to refresh yourself. Water for me is always the best kind of thing. Get myself into the bath or the shower always replenishes me. So find your own ways and really let yourself relieve yourself, right? Relieve your shoulders of any of the burdens you're carrying, any of the heavy frequencies and energies, because there's a lot of it right now. And there's a lot of change happening on the planet. So that is my message for you today, reminding you that you're in the world but not necessarily of it, and that you are spectacularly powerful, and there is much more to you, of course, than just the physical human form, as more and more of us are remembering. And on that note, if you haven't, just coming to me now, if you haven't tuned into I have a free masterclass, and it's about 2 hours long, and it's called I Think I'm a Starseed, but Am I Really? And What Next? So if you haven't tuned into that, do check that out. So if you just go to theawakerevolution.com, and on the home page, you'll see a button. You can just click on there and you can put your details in, and you'll get it emailed to you, because that is a really great place to start if you feel the call and you want that reminder and you're ready to be activated, because there's so much more to you. You are human, gloriously human, but there is also so much more to you. So check that out if you want to go deeper. And even if you've already, tuned into it before, you're welcome to tune into it again. So I send you so much love. Happy Sunday. And I shall be here again on this page or channel, wherever you're watching, again tomorrow on Monday. So have a lovely rest of your day. Talk to you soon.